let's get our next our next guest up here.
Hey, Grandpa Jim.
How you doing, Angel?
I'm doing well. Is my audio a bit better?
You're
Because whenever we watch the stream of my appearances, just to make sure, it seems as though my audio is a bit dim.
really?
Yeah, I mean, I had to do some adjustments to see if it was a bit like better for everyone. But if it's working, glad it's working for everyone.
Well, it is working, but you're probably a little far away from it. Is that your laptop microphone, or do you have another one?
Yeah. It's my built-in a microphone and speaker that's in my webcam.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, you're going to be a little low on one of those unless you're right on top of it. That's just kind of how it goes. But you make up with it for your with your laugh though, for sure.
yeah. But you're always welcome to join my lap any day.
Oh, now come on, Angel. You say that. You say that, and you told us the other night that one of your bucket lists is to get a nice wife and all that. What, you don't want me there?
Well, believe it or not, when I do find the love of my dreams, I will still joke around with people in mysterious ways, but I will stick with the really true names to my lover, depending on who she is and what she's like, and if we can keep a relationship going. Well, I'm gonna have more fun with her, but I'll still have fun with the people around me. And that means joking around with you, Grandpa Jim, and filling up Gas Nation's TV pump.
Well, never stop that, Angel. Always keep that going. And never stop breakdancing. By the way, I watched that video today. Did you just post that today? Because I just got notified.
Well, actually, no, I posted it last week and such. But you probably did not receive a notification, or maybe it was a bit too far off from you. If you did receive it, you were probably in someone else's video or doing something else at the time when I uploaded it.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought, oh shit.
Yeah, could be. It's just one of those things where sometimes the notifications go so slow. Hello, STP South Texas Picker. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Yeah.
That does happen though a lot to me on the notifications.
Or like in Gas Station TV's case, your gas tank can fill up so slow because the gas stations want to charge you more.
Well, I don't know about that, Angel, because they're metered, and actually they're tested all the time. So I don't know. It's a good theory though.
Yeah, it was a great theory, but it probably wasn't the best one.
No, the ones you have to worry about are the ones whose the sticker has been tampered with. Yeah, you want to keep away from those.
Yeah, those are the ones I'll have to worry about.
So what did you do yesterday? Anything?
No, because the Father's Day I have not had one in over 5 years, and over the past half a decade, Father's Day has been a day that's been kind of sentimental and emotional to me.
Sure.
Because we were just talking about father figures and how gas station TV should train and teach his kids as a father. Well, my father was never around me growing up, because growing up in the late 1990s to early 2000s, my dad was never really around to cope with me, never really was there to teach me anything. The only thing he was worried about was my health and safety because of me having seizures, like times when I might freeze or times I might fall on the floor and have a seizure. He was worried about that than teaching me the proper skills of speaking properly, teaching me how to manage my money, or even teaching me how to communicate with people the proper way. And I just never really had a father around me growing up, because when I was at the age of 13, that's when things really took a turn for my life, because he got so drunk that my Auntie Kelly had to pick us up and transport us to her house in Bemidji, Minnesota. And from there out, it's just been like the bad relationship between me and my dad. And in 2008, when I graduated high school, my dad tried coming to my high school graduation. And I was super excited for my dad to be there and try to get in contact with him. So for a year and a half, from 2008 to early of 2010, I had me and my social workers try to get hooked up with my dad so we could see each other again. But we started building a father and son relationship. But that started to take a turn in like about 2015 when he started like drinking a lot when I started visiting him on a regular basis. And he got drunk in 2018 of last year when he went down to go be there for my sister Shane's wedding because my sister Shane got married last year. And so it's just been an up and downhill thing, and I just don't associate with my dad anymore because he was never there. He was never there to help me and his other children. He just wasn't there to teach us properly. He didn't even teach me to ride a bike until the age of 12, which most people learn at the age of 5 or 6. And in 2002, at the age of 12, when I rode a bike out in the area around me, my dad got super upset and grounded me. And I just was infuriated because I was super excited to finally be able to ride a bike. So I just wish my dad was there to be more with me and was there to cope with me, teach me, just be with me instead of just worry about like becoming drunk and drunk and partying like a rock star, and just be there for his kids. And he also had smoked a lot of joints. I don't know if it was just regular weed or the illegal stuff of marijuana. He cared more about that instead of his own children. And that really gets emotional to me when it comes to Father's Day, because I love my dad, I respect him, and I appreciate everything that he helped do with my life, because he bought me so much stuff for Christmas and for my birthday over the years. But until he learns to be there for his kids and not worry about me and my safety, and just learn to be there as support and say, you know what, I trust in you, Angel. I'll let you go fulfill your dreams of being on The Price is Right. I'll even be with you there in the audience, or even be there in hopes of me trying to find the proper girl, or give me advice to find the proper girl. But until he does that, I don't associate with him anymore. I just ignore him, and I even blocked him all throughout the social media and even his cell phone.
Well, Angel. Yeah, Angel. I'm sorry that it went that way for you. I really am, bud. But let me help you a little bit. I'm not going to make excuses for him, but the two things that stood out to me was one, he was worried about you hurting yourself, when you're having seizures. That says a lot to me about how much he really did care. Now, the fact that he didn't teach you things, and he was more, as you say, more worried about drinking and smoking. Two things there. One, we know alcoholism is the disease, and it sounds like he's got a disease. I mean, he's got problems, and some of the other things, I honestly have known people like that, and a lot of them just don't know how. Angel, it sounded like he truly cares about you. I don't think he knew how to help you with those things, honestly. And then he made up, or he buried that pain in alcohol and maybe marijuana. We don't know what it is. You see what I mean? So I wouldn't be so hard on him, man. I wouldn't be so hard. He's just a human. He's a human as well. He's a human as well.
It's a hard habit to break.
It's a disease.
But it's a disease. But it's either the alcohol and his the smoking habit, or his children.
Yeah,
Pick
but
which one.
Some people can't make that choice, Angel. The grip is too deep. It's almost like saying, pick me or cancer. Well, you don't have that choice, do you? I mean, I can't say, well, I'm not going to have cancer. Cancer just chooses you. And like I said, I don't want to make excuses for him, but I think, knowing what I know about people, I think he had a tough time trying to figure out how to deal with his family. And maybe that came from his father. I don't know. Did you know your grandfather?
No.
Okay. maybe his grandfather had the same problem. And fortunately for you, it didn't pass down. That's awesome. But I literally don't think he knew, and I think he deserves a bit of a break for that, because we all come into this world, ignorant of everything, and maybe he just was never taught either.
Well, can I give you one last thing that might make you change your mind?
Well, I'm not. Wait. No, it's not a debate, but I'm not trying to debate you. I'm just.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
But it's just that you say that I should give him a break. Well, last year he got arrested because he attempted to murder a neighbor of his, because in my local newspaper there was an article that said area man stabs a neighbor, and the way I found out about it is through my sister Shane calling me up and informing me that my dad was sent to jail, and he could have been charged with attempted murder, but he got a little jail sentence of only 3 months that had to be served from July of 2018 to September of 2018. And the very first day when he came out of jail, the first thing he said was, all I want to do is get drunk and high. And I understand that kind of disease is a bad thing, but if he was served the sentence to prison, that would have gave him enough time to change his habits, because I don't think most jail people are given alcohol of any kind unless they are served with some form of specialty.
Yeah, so they don't get alcohol.
If he was sentenced to prison, he would have had that much more time to try to cope with himself and become a different person and such.
Well, you're probably right, but again, that's kind of like that's kind of like spilt milk, and I get that, but he's the reason people drink for the most part is, one, they either inherit that disease, or they're running away from things, and usually running away from things you can't deal with. And I just don't think he was equipped to deal with you, honestly. And that's why it is. But we're all human, and we all have our problems. We all have our blind spots. And unfortunately for him, it was his kids, or I should say, alcohol instead of life. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds like he was reaching out. If he wanted to go to your graduation and the wedding and that sort of thing, I don't know, dude. I think he's trying, but it's been a tough life for him. I bet it's been hell, and he's been running from it ever since.
But I know you're saying for me to give him a break, but I gave him so many breaks, so as my other siblings have.
I know.
And it's just that in our point of life, we have more important things to do and take care of.
I totally get that. In fact, I was the same way with my mother. Exact same way with my mother. But but of course, I would always go back and say, well, she's got nobody, and no one deserves to die alone. And I made sure that I at least stayed in contact with her. It was just like on a friendship level, but I stayed in contact with her. Only because, it's just another human. I knew why she did what she did. It was the way she was brought up.
Well, I don't stay in contact with my dad.
That's okay. That's okay. That's your choice, bud. And I'm not trying to change your mind, man. I'm literally not trying to change your mind.
I know, yeah. but that kind of feels like it is the
I'm
way
sorry.
that I do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I just I wanted to give you a third person perspective, so maybe you didn't feel as bad.
Well, the thing is, you're telling me to give him a break, and you're trying to make me change my mind of me giving him some chances. That's how I feel, and I know I'm becoming emotional right now.
Okay. That's okay. No, I wasn't trying to. I said maybe you could give him a break. I'm not trying to tell you, bud. No. That's your life, and that's your decision.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
How many breaks do you think a kid should give their parents when it becomes too far? Because
I don't think there's a number. I don't think there's a number. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. And if you're good with where you're at, that's cool, dude. I am not one to change that. That's not even my place. I was just trying to help you maybe some a view from a third person after hearing your story. That's all. Don't take that as I'm trying to tell you to do something, but really, because I'm not. You're a good kid, and I know you'll do the right thing, and if that is that you don't have contact with your father, then that's fine, dude. That is your choice. That is absolutely your choice.
If you were around me of everything that went down, between me, my dad, and everyone else, you would understand
Sure.
partly why most of his kids, including me, don't contact him anymore. Because there's just so much that he has done that has made it hard, and I just don't associate with him after what I went through when I visited my family down in Arizona,
Hmm.
and I just don't speak to him, and neither does my sister Shane, nor does my brother Donovan,
Okay.
because of what they went through
Sure.
with my dad, and I felt the same way once that happened to me.
Fair enough, bud. That's all. That's all that's all I could ask for. Like I said, it's all up to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, I'm sorry that Father's Day is an emotional time for you, Angel. I really am.
I just wish my dad was to be there. I know he cared about me and
Yeah.
such when I was younger, but he should not have been too emotionally worried because I understand seizures can be a serious medical thing,
Hmm.
but my seizures are not that all severe because I have had a few seizures that's only been like partial. That's been like less than 1 minute and I had one about a month and a half ago on one of Cap 7's live streams where I was telling an inspirational story about myself of what I went through and what I've learned. And then out of nowhere, people start seeing me saying some weird stuff. And I didn't see it because my head was blackened, but my eyes were open. People thought I was awake. And so I had a seizure right there and then, but luckily it wasn't that severe because right when I got out of my seizure, I was able to see again full-heartedly, and I was trying to get out of the seizure, just looking around my surroundings to try to get back to my normal human thing.
Well, good. I'm glad you got out of it.
Well, maybe if I ever do have a seizure, you'd be there to catch me, Grandpa Jim.
Angel, if you and I were in the together and you had a seizure, I'd absolutely catch you, bud. Absolutely.
Well, thank you. At least I know someone will be there to catch me when I fall.
You got it, man. All right, bud. Well, I'm gonna close down the show tonight.
All right, you have a great night. You can use this clip if you want to have people hear why Father's Day is not that like great of a day for me, but it's up to you, Grandpa Jim,
Okay.
when you want to use this. But thank you for what you said, and but from here on out, if I ever talk about my dad, just know what I've been through, and
Sure.
there's probably more behind the scenes that you don't know of. That it happened between his kids and our dad. So keep that in mind, Grandpa Jim.
I will definitely keep that in mind. I mean, it is burned indelibly on my brain. I'm all too aware of it now, my friend.
Well, the only thing you're missing in your brain is Pinky.
Oh man, taking me back to the 90s cartoons. I used to air that thing on Saturday mornings at Fox.
Yeah. Well, you have a good night, Grandpa Jim. Love you. Bye.
Same to you. We'll see you, Angel. Take care, bud. You too could be a guest on this show at any time. We're live every weeknight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you've got to do is hit that subscription button and ring that bell right now. Oh, and while you're at it, why not share this video? I'm sure my guests would appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you live.